everybody, it's Carlin. I'm coming here today just to talk a little bit about Pokopia because I have some thoughts. I know it dropped today, and admittedly, I've been very excited about it, but at this time I am holding off on actually getting it. It's a very interesting concept, especially for someone like me. I am not really a Pokemon person. I've never really gotten into it. I don't really understand it. I mean, I know some of the Pokemon, like, names and stuff. I know there's like evolutions. It's all very vague to me, but I will say this is the only Pokemon game that actually has like stood out to me and looked interesting. I remember when it showed on the Direct that first time, I got very excited. But the more I've seen about it, the more I've kind of been like, I don't know. Because first of all, the $70 price tag. That is insane. This game looks to me sort of like Nintendo's response to Disney Dreamlight Valley. It reminds me of that. Like, only today I've started seeing like actual gameplay of it, of course. And so I didn't know that like the Pokemon that you find, you like build them little places to be and they give you little quests. And I don't know a lot about the game, but like that looks like Disney Dreamlight Valley to me, where you just go around and decorate for these like pre-existing characters. And I will say it's a very cute concept, being able to go around and find Pokemon in the world. I think that does sound really fun. I think any game where you can have that sort of discovery is going to be a good time. It's going to keep you invested, especially because it's got so many elements of the world building and decoration and customization and things like that. I also really do like the concept of this one Pokemon who I didn't know existed before this, but this one Pokemon like taking on the persona of a human. I think that's a cool concept. I think between the Disney Dreamlight Valley-ness of it and the fact that today I saw Nintendo talk about the live service features in this game, and I don't love that either. That's another kind of Disney Dreamlight Valley thing to me. It feels, especially for a $70 game. I mean, that's a lot of money. $70. That's like a PS5 game. And to me, this seems more like a $30 game. Like, I would say beyond Disney Dreamlight Valley, it actually kind of reminds me of it was one of the very first Harvest Moon games after the publisher split off and started making Harvest Moon under their brand. I want to say it was called The Lost Valley. That's what this game kind of reminds me of, even down to like the characters and like the physics of them and like how their hair looks. And I remember playing that as a kid and just feeling like, what the heck is going on? Like, this just feels wrong in every sense. But it's the same sort of thing where you would like landscape and terraform in the snow, and you had to like find all the villagers and bring them back and give them little homes and customize the town. But there's something about that style of game that like has never quite sat well with me. And I think that it's because of both The Lost Valley and Disney Dreamlight Valley. It feels very cheap to me. It feels like a cash grab. With the Harvest Moon thing, I think it was an example of Natsume really just like trying to do something different under the name that already was well established, trying to get people to play. But like they sort of took the beloved franchise and then turned it on its head in a way that I wasn't comfortable with. It's not that I think that this is what's happening with the Pokemon series or this game, because I do think actually genuinely it looks very interesting, and I do think that it would bring in a lot of people like me who are not really Pokemon people. I just don't find it interesting to have this little ball with a dude in it and then fight with him. I'm just not a fighty person. So if I'm gonna find Pokemon, I'm gonna like farm with them and I'm gonna like do little quests for them. But I don't think that it feels like a $70 game. I just don't. I do want to play it at some point. I don't see myself getting that into it, to be honest with you. I feel like it's one of those games that I would probably open up, play for maybe a couple of hours, and maybe check in on every now and then, but then kind of be done with. Maybe not. I could be very wrong. Like I said, I don't know that much about it. Because I've been thinking so much about both Animal Crossing and Tamagotchi life, I got a comment the other day that was basically saying Pokopia looks better than both of those games. I don't fully agree. Maybe it's just a personal preference thing. And I do think, I don't know, I'm having a hard time because I feel like I've seen this before, and it's not been my favorite kind of game. And so I'm just not that excited about it. I feel like I'm willing to wait for it to come on sale and be a little bit cheaper. Personally, I'm saving up for Tamagotchi. And, you know, a lot of comparisons can be made between the two. I have very mixed feelings about it because on the other hand, like I said, this was the one Pokemon game specifically that I ever saw that I was like, oh, I gotta play that. At some point in my life, I'm gonna play that. And I do still feel that way. And like I said, I don't know that much about it. So I'm willing to have my mind changed. I'm willing to, get into the game and find that I am absolutely hooked and in love, and it's not at all how I perceive it. Just based on the limited amount that I have seen, I'm like not that excited, to be honest. Been avoiding knowing too much because when I do play it, I do want to be like, I want that sense of discovery, because for me, that's kind of what this type of game is all about. It would just kind of be disappointing if I couldn't get in there and discover, I want to find the Pokemon. I mean, I have seen that you can set up little sanctuaries or whatever they're called for Pokemon, and then as you're playing, they'll like come over to this thing that you've set up and you can find a new one, and you have to figure out what is going to unlock different ones. And I think that kind of introduces like a puzzle element where you have to figure it out. So I really do like that, and I think it looks like a lot of fun, but I don't need to be paying $70 for that right now, especially with Tomodachi Life coming out. And I feel like my attention is going to go more towards that one. And I have thousands of hours in Animal Crossing, and I have played Disney Dreamlight Valley, and I played that weird Harvest Moon, and I love Minecraft. Like all these games that it's very clearly pulling from, that's like, what's different other than the fact that it's Pokemon? It's the Pokemon version of these things. And I don't like Pokemon that much. I'm not into it. So like, what does that do for me? I was watching a little clip of it, of the gameplay, and I saw somebody like craft furniture and place it down, and I was like, this is Animal Crossing. Like more Animal Crossing than Tomodachi Life looks like it'll be. Why? Like I've done this. I've done this for my Animal Crossing villagers that I did grow up with and did feel very attached to, and Pokemon just isn't that for me. So it's like, I don't even have the nostalgia that would make that interesting. I don't know. I think I understand the hype around it. I understand why people are really excited about it. And in a sense, I am too. I would like to play it. I would like to be able to form a better opinion about it. But yeah, I don't think at this particular moment it's worth it for me personally. Now, I am curious. If you have played it, I'm really curious what you think of it. And if you think that I am completely wrong and I would actually love it, then tell me, because that might motivate me to want to get it sooner. I've also seen that it's only on the game key card, which is like, why? Why are we doing this? This doesn't make any sense to me. It's not like it's that hefty a game. And it's priced at the level of Horizon Zero Dawn on a PS5. Like, it's too much. It's too much. Even Disney Dreamlight Valley, which is like the same thing, is free, other than all the live service stuff. Now, that is one thing I will say, is that yes, there is live service, but I have not seen any indication that there's like microtransactions, which is good because, a lot of games throw those in there, including Disney Dreamlight Valley. Don't love that. I would almost rather it have live service than microtransactions, because I think live service, yeah, you gotta like shift your schedule around if you really want to play it, but like especially on a Switch, and maybe this isn't going to be a thing, but I know with Animal Crossing, you can just change the clock and you get all your stuff. Switch Sports had like events that you would log in on certain days and you could only get costumes that day. And, yeah, it's a little silly, and yeah, it's a little frustrating if you can't get that stuff, but there's usually a way to acquire it. But when you have microtransactions, that's so much of the game that is blocked out unless you are a person who has enough money to throw away on in-game items. That's just unfair and really feels scummy. So I'm really glad that I haven't seen anything like that in this game. That doesn't mean there isn't anything. I haven't seen anything about it. So, that's a bonus for sure. I think it's going to be interesting to see how this game turns out. I know the critics have really loved it. I'm curious to see if the people really love it. It's day one, so it's obviously everybody's singing its praises today, but I don't know if that's going to be the case going forward. So it'll be very interesting to see how everything kind of shakes out. I do kind of wish there had been a Pokopia Direct. I know there was the Treehouse thing. I think my issue is that I don't really want to watch other people play a game that I'm going to want to play. I tried to actually watch some gameplay of it before making this video because I don't want to talk on something I don't really know that much about. And I was like, this is ruining it for me. Like now when I do go to play it, I'm going to know everything and I'm not going to be able to just get into it and see what it's all about. That's why I kind of wish it was a Direct or some other sort of like informational thing rather than a Treehouse, because I don't want to watch other people play it. I want to play it. But yeah. So anyway, that's my stance on it. In case you were wondering, since it came out today, I just kind of wanted to put it out there. I'm not going to say should you buy it or should you not buy it, because I think if you want to buy it, go for it. That is entirely your choice. If you've got $70 and a Switch 2, go for it. And I know a lot of people have bought their Switch 2s for this game, which is what I did with my first Switch with Animal Crossing. So I get it. All I'm saying really is like, for me personally, this is something I'm waiting on, not something I'm absolutely against for sure. Like I do want to play this. It's just, I need it to be less than $70. It's insane. I kind of do want to see a little bit more about it. I don't want the discovery factor to be ruined, but I kind of need to know what makes this so different other than the fact that it's Pokemon to make this worth it for me, a non-Pokemon fan who has played all these other games that it reminds me of. Why would I pick this for $70 over Disney Dreamlight Valley for free? You know, I kind of need to know that. When I do get it, I'll make an update video. Thank you for listening to my little ramble. If you have any thoughts or opinions of your own and you want to throw them at me, feel free. I am curious what you think, especially if you've played the game. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.